Hey guys, welcome back to Dragon Quest Builders 2. Continuing from where we left off, we had the boat had just arrived for us to be able to start heading out and doing our missions. So we will make our way down this mountain very hazardously, but very easily. Now, each time you go to a new island, you won't be able to take anything with you. But when you clear that chapter, you will be able to take your stuff with you, because basically you start out, you'll have to collect the resources that are there at that island to go for the mission, do the missions. So, yeah, last episode ran a little bit long because of all the talking there towards the end. Alrighty. So it gives us to head to our first location, Furrow Fields. See? Now we basically store everything in that bag. When we come back, we get it back. But like I said, once you complete an island, you will be able to... I will be able to take everything with me. But like once you get to each island, you'll have to, you know, like it said, fish for materials when you get there. So, off we go. You know, why is this... My question is, the first boat we were on, you know, it was made out of blocks and whatnot, but still looked like a boat. Why is it that this boat is the one... This boat looks like a boat, and not like a square boat? So, the Lord of Destruction has befriended a builder. Oh my, I wonder who he could be talking about. If I had a camera right now, I'd be looking straight at it after I said that, like, really? It's like, I wonder who he could be talking about. Look at camera. Destiny moves in mysterious ways. But now is the time of creation. Build to your heart's content, young builder, while we await the day of awakening. It's like, I wonder what the day of awakening could be. As if we don't already know. But if you don't know, then I will let you find out. And if you've played Dragon Quest Builders, you know Malroth, the Lord of Destruction. Oh, really? He's the Lord of Destruction. Who would have thought of that? It's funny how video games set up. It's like, it tells you this stuff. It's like, but to the to the characters in game, this is completely oblivious. It's like, we now know that our new best friend is now Malroth, Lord of Destruction. It's like, seems like a pretty nice guy. He likes to smash stuff, but he seems like a pretty nice guy. So, we are currently in the midst of sailing. Furrow Field, the land of verdant vegetation. Basically, chapter 1. Now, what we want to do is we'll start busting up all this, because this is where we'll start learning about, you know, building rooms and whatnot. So we want to take a lot of this wood. Bust all these crates and whatnot. So I like to immediately start collecting resources. So that way when that means, you know, chopping down trees. Trees are all withered and the trees are all withered, the ground's gross and slimy, and the whole place stinks like someone left a sack of apples in the sun for a month. Yeah, it doesn't really seem very green. What is it? Help! The thing about these islands is they are quite big. So let's do this right quick. Also break some of these stones so we can get our first bit of stone. Also burst all this. Get plenty of dry grass so we can start making some bedding. So this is, you don't have to necessarily do the game the way I do it, it's just my suggestion. But you know, this is the way I do it. I'll start out as soon as I get to an island, I'll just start collecting a whole bunch of resources. Because you will need it, obviously. Collect plenty of wood, plenty of dry grass and whatnot, and some stone. Thank you for all this. Oh. We are under attack. Good bit of enemies right here. Hey, that's alright. The more enemies there are, the more we fight, the more experience we get. And of course, mostly slimes and drakies. Very easy. Easily dealt with. Over here, let's collect a lot of wood. More dried grass. More stone. We don't want any of this. This is called spoiled soil. But more enemies. let's show these guys who's boss. Let's collect, take down basically all these trees right here. Collect up all this wood fencing too. Because it'll save wood. It'll save us the wood on making them. You know, when you could save yourself resources, it's time well. When you could save resources by taking it from like the world, it's resources well saved. Now, if you choose to go into like first-person view like this, when you break something, it will like auto fly to you. So if we stand back, as you see, it automatically comes into our inventory. Very useful. Useful for micromanaging. Now we can use the hammer to hit, but it's not effective as our little stick. And we'll collect a few more trees. Now, we won't really worry about these. Because only the normal fencing is good for farming. More dried grass, always good. All resources are always good. Incoming enemies. Now, he's not, like I say, he's not the most effective at gathering resources, but he can take out trees in like a few swings. But like I said, the only way your attack increases is with, you know, better weapons. As Malroth increases in level with us, you know, his attacks will get stronger, as well as new weapons we make him. Leave us alone, you stupid slug. Ow. Alrighty, I think we'll get these last few trees and dried grass. And then proceed about our merry way. Give me this. Thank you. 300 wood should be good starting off, so... Jump is really good, useful for evading enemy attacks. The baboons are defeated. Yes! Our first little friend. The false confidence. We learn her name is Rosie. She wants us to help make her farm. No problem. Sure. So now we gotta follow her. First we'll take some of this stone. It's always useful. Now you can't break every block with the starting hammer. Like this. Didn't mean to climb that. This will be the beginning of our first little base. So we'll collect the resources around it. Now, I see how this is kind of down a level. We will fill that in eventually with, you know, earth. Or should I say, spoiled soil. But we're gonna come up here and do this. I'm gonna tear all this down because useful resources. I'll also tell you what that, you know, thing is, that, like, bell we saw earlier. Basically, we're gonna tear these down. It's like I said earlier, you know, free resources. You know, free blocks that we don't have to make. Now, if it comes to, like, big landscaping, I'll probably do that, like, off camera and then come back with, like, what I've done. But, you know, since this is the first chapter, we won't really be making big stuff. But we will be doing a good bit of clearing. So let's get all this torn down. More wood and floorboards. Now, if you're like, if you accidentally hit a block and you're just like, oh, I have to break that block in order to, I have to replace it now. Actually, you don't. The blocks will eventually, you know, heal over, will, you know, auto-heal. So let's do this. I'm gonna place this stuff down. Start filling it back in. Some more over here. I want to take all this, because like I said, you know, why waste the resources making it, you know, when you could just pick it up. We can also do this to kind of also decide where we're going to place our first little room. You know, that'll be used by everybody. Let's get rid of this. Kind of flatten out the landscape just a little bit. It also gives us more soil. I have a question for y'all. What is your favorite RTS? And for those of you who don't know what an RTS is, that translates to real-time strategy game. And real-time strategy games are games like Age of the Empires, stuff like that. You know, where you collect resources and build buildings and troops and fight. And ultimately, you know, try to win the game. So, what is your favorite RTS? You know. And no surprise from me. Age of the Empires is definitely my favorite RTS. Not the first one, the second one. Because I find that a lot of my favorite games are usually the first I've played of a certain game. Like Final Fantasy VII. For me, that was my first RPG. And also my first Final Fantasy. And, you know, ever since then I've been a big fan of RPG games. But, alrighty guys, we're at the end of our episode. I'll go around here and do a little bit more cleaning out, and a little bit of landscaping, and gathering a little bit of more resources, so like this stuff over here, and I'll pick up some of the stuff over there. Just make this generally look a little nicer. So when you come back, we'll probably have that filled in and flatten the landscape just a little bit so we can have a better work environment. But anyway guys, thank y'all for joining me. Please be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Goodbye.